Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, and welcome to the outside broadcast of Hilaal TV right here at the Cape Town International Airport. Today we've gathered with a very important project. We all know about the disaster that happened in Turkey, and a company right here in Cape Town, OASIS, has gathered and offered their contribution towards the Turkish people in aid of the disaster. With me, I'd like to introduce first up CEO of OASIS Crescent Fund, Mr. Adam Ibrahim. Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam, Lukman.
Shukran so much for affording us your time and being here today as well.
Thank you.
It's such an important project that we've gathered here today. Can you kindly tell us about OASIS' response to the earthquake victims in Turkey?
You know, this is a massive tragedy. It also tells us about the power of the Almighty. Alhamdulillah, 45 seconds for this massive destruction of physical infrastructure and loss of life and impact on society with many victims of this tragedy. And it's over a very broad area. And what we really need to do as a global community and as a Muslim Ummah, we really need to stand together in our times of difficulty and also in our times of celebration. And this is a time of difficulty, and this is a time to stand up and be bold and make a difference, inshallah, to those very difficult circumstances that people find themselves in Turkey at the moment.
Now, you've taken a very phased approach to your aid to Turkey as well. Could you chat about that to us?
Sure, there's normally in a disaster, there's an immediate need, and then there's the next phase, and then there's very long-term needs. And so one needs to ensure that one meets those needs, those different needs over time. And so in the immediate, it's basically recovery and getting people basics. And then over time, there's needs for longer-term rebuilding and sustenance. So we're in the second phase, and the long-term phase will be a third phase where it's about really getting people back on their feet, back into living. So we enter the second phase, and in conjunction with the consulate and embassy, we've engaged with them to find out what is those needs, and they've done a fantastic job in coordinating all the effort globally and in South Africa. So I must compliment Sinan Bey and the ambassador Esigul for the wonderful efforts they put in.
I'd like to bring in the Consulate General now as well to the conversation. Good morning to you, sir. Assalamu alaikum, and welcome to Hilaal TV.
Thank you so much. Thank you for having us.
I believe that you have a very special message that you would like to convey to our listeners.
Yeah. Okay. In brief, the earthquakes in my country have caused immense destruction and loss of life. This natural disaster affected an area about 110,000 square meters and affected more than 13 million people. And the death toll now is over 45,000. My government declared a state of emergency in 10 cities and started accepting international aid. International community, including South Africa, responded swiftly and efficiently through its NGOs and mobilized to send in kind assistance and made also cash donations. Huge amount of goods were donated and are being delivered from South Africa to the ones in need in the earthquake zone in Turkey. Today, I want to express my heart full of gratitude and appreciation to my dear friend Adam Ibrahim and the OASIS Group for the support and solidarity they have shown to the victims of earthquakes. South African people's generosity and kindness have been a gleam of hope for who have lost everything in the earthquakes. Your kindness will always be remembered. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you, Sinan Bey.
Thank you so much, sir. We really appreciate your time here today as well. Mr. Ibrahim, charitable contributions from OASIS has gone through over the years, many years. How do you coordinate and design some of your charitable contributions?
So our charitable contributions fall in a number of categories: the disaster relief, education, healthcare, and so this is a major event So it requires major effort and immediate funding. And we've always created a long-term plan so that we can fall back when we need it. And that's really what an oasis is. In a time of difficulty, it's a place of peace and tranquility. And we've chosen a great name because hopefully for the downtrodden and for those people in need, and we could maybe include us, we don't know, that there's always an oasis for them everywhere around the world where people can find shelter, be safe, and ensure that they can live in dignity and build communities with respect. And we have a duty as Muslims to be part of that, because we never know when we're going to be, if we're going to be in a circumstance like that. We never know whether somebody who tens of thousands of miles away who's going to lend a hand to help us. So as Muslims, we must always remember the Almighty has provided, and the Almighty has given us the wherewithal to be of assistance, and it's our duty to be of assistance to our fellow human beings and our fellow Muslims.
Do you have any special message that you would like to pass on to the good people of Turkey, but also to South Africans that have also contributed over the last many months as well?
Yes. So to the people of Turkey, Turkey has been at the forefront of bringing the Ummah together, being concerned about the Ummah under President Erdogan and the government that he leads. And as the people of Turkey have really been, wherever it is, they've been in positions we are now, and they've really held up, and they've done it across the board. Wherever there's been somebody who's been in need, they've been there. So to the people of Turkey, I would like to say, with difficulty comes ease, and with difficulty brings us all together. Let's stand united as a nation. Let's stand united as a ummah, and let's try and work together to rebuild and make us all proud. And we stand with you today, like we will always stand, like you will stand with us. And to the South African citizens, and the clients of OASIS, South Africa is a nation of generosity. We have our own needs. We have a nation where the disparity between income, we have very wealthy people and very poor people, and we have to work together in this very difficult time that our own country faces and so we'd like to say again to the South Africans, in time of difficulty comes ease. That's a promise that's been made to us, and it's a promise that will never be violated. It's a promise that will be delivered on. So I just want to say for everybody, let's be hopeful that we can build and grow our ummah and nations so that we can all aspire to be better human beings.
Jazakallah so much once again for being here and being part of the project as well. And may all your projects go from strength to strength, inshallah. For Hilaal TV, right here at Cape Town International Airport, my name's Luqman Shadrack. Have a great afternoon. Assalamu alaikum.